Welcome to Gemara Academy. In this class, we will learn Tesis Dibra Maschel, B'Kaisel Meshupa. Let's begin by looking at the flowchart of the Gemara so you can see what Tesis is coming to explain. So here in the Gemara, we presented a Mishnah, and one of the dinim in the Mishnah was that if an individual was sitting on the roof of a house, he was in Rishus HaYachid, and he was holding a sefer, and part of the sefer rolled into the Rishus HaRabim, and went within 10 tefachim of the ground. The din is that the person is not allowed to roll it back, rather he has to turn it over in order to show derech eretz for the kisvei kodesh. So the question is asked, why is the person not allowed to bring the sefer back to him? It never came to rest in the Rishus HaRabim. It's just hanging over the Rishus HaRabim. So Rava answered that it's talking about b'kaisel meshupa. The wall was on a slope, and therefore it came to rest on the wall. So that's the part of the Gemara that Tosfos is going to come to explain. Let's see the general outline of Tosfos. So in the Gemara we explained that if a sefer partially rolled off of a roof to within 10 tefachim of the ground, so now it's in the area that's a Rishus HaRabim, a person isn't allowed to roll it back to himself if it came to rest on a sloping wall. So we have it in the Rishus HaRabim and at rest, and therefore he can't roll it back. So what Tosfos is going to do is Tosfos will present the explanation for how this wall can be a Rishus HaRabim. If it's resting on the wall, then it doesn't seem to be Rishus HaRabim. It seems to be that we have one or the other. If it's hanging in the air, it's not at rest. And if it's resting on the wall, then it won't be a Rishus HaRabim. And we need to somehow explain that it's a case that it's a Rishus HaRabim and it's at rest. And Tosfos will explain to us how that is. So let's see the Tosfos now in the flowchart form. So we'll just bring up that point again that we explained that if a sefer partially rolled off of a roof to within 10 tefachim of the ground, so now it entered the area that's a Rishus HaRabim, a person isn't allowed to roll it back to himself if it came to rest on a sloping wall. So the explanation of Tosfos is just going to be an arrow, since it's supporting the teaching in the Gemara. And that is, Re says it's referring to a case where the public used the wall, so therefore it's a Rishus HaRabim. Otherwise, if the public didn't use the wall, then this wall would either be a Mokim Ptor if it's less than 4 tefachim by 4 tefachim, or Karmelis if it's more than 4 tefachim by 4 tefachim. The way it's able to be a Rishus HaRabim, if Rabim Mekatfim Olav, if the public used the wall. So the example that the public used the wall is that if they're holding something on their shoulder or their hand and they want to adjust it, they put it on the wall, and then when they're ready, they take it back, put it on their shoulder again, or hold it again. And the din is that if there's a wall that Rabim, Mekatfim Olav, that the public use, it's considered a Rishus HaRabim. So that's how it's possible that it can come to rest on the wall and it's still considered in a Rishus HaRabim.